David Raya or Kelleher? Andy Robertson or Jurrien Timber? Bukayo Saka or Mohamed Salah? Luis Diaz or Gabriel Martinelli? Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to another video. Today's video is going to be a combined 11 for Arsenal against Liverpool. Yes, the build-up has well and truly begun to a huge Premier League contenders match this very Sunday. And as I've done on a few big games already this season, this is going to be another combined 11 video for us to feast our eyes upon and to sink our teeth into. And I'm sure this is going to create a little bit of debate. So, with that being said, I would like for you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you are new. Both things will always and forever be greatly appreciated. But also to get involved in the comment section with your own combined 11. Maybe you want to comment on mine as well. Or maybe you just want to put your own out there. Both things, again, will make for great and interesting reading, so I can't wait to hear what you all have to say on the combined 11. Use and abuse that comment section, people, with your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, ahead of the big game on Sunday. Cannot wait for it myself, being a Liverpool fan. I've already given my prediction in a predictions video that I did a couple of days ago, so do go back and check that out if you haven't already. But without further ado, let's get on with the combined 11. I'm sure there's going to be some controversial and some big talking points in this one. And of course, we are going to start with the goalkeeper. And I have gone with this man, David Raya. Now, I will say, disclaimer, before we properly start and get into it, I am picking players based on their availability. I never normally know how to start these types of videos, whether or not to go with everybody as if they are available for Sunday, or whether to go with only the available / doubtful ones, borderline available for the game ahead. I've decided this time to go with something a little different, and I've decided to go with the ones that are available or on the borderline of being available, the ones that are doubtful for the game. So normally I would go, for example, with an Alisson Becker as my goalkeeper, but because he is injured, I've gone with David Raya. Now, I think this is a bit more of a close contest than what a lot of people may give this credit for. Kelleher is an excellent second choice goalkeeper. I think he could rival a lot of Premier League first choice goalkeepers, in all honesty. It's just a shame that obviously for him, he's probably behind one of the best, or in my opinion, the best goalkeeper in the world in Alisson Becker. And if he'd have played a few more games this season, I probably would have put him in over the Spaniard. But there's no doubt about it. The Spaniard has probably been the best goalkeeper out of the two so far this season in terms of consistency and, of course, a run of games. And not only that as well, but I feel like David Raya probably is the best performing goalkeeper out of the entirety of the Premier League. Maybe Emi Martinez may have a bit of a shout in there at that kind of title, but in my personal opinion, David Raya has been excellent, produced some outstanding saves, kept Arsenal in some really big moments in really big games so far this campaign. So for me, David Raya is in to start things off, 1-0 to the Arsenal. But then things get a little bit interesting as we head towards the fullbacks. Now, I have gone with one Trent Alexander-Arnold, and on the left, I have gone with Jurrien Timber. Now, I've picked Trent Alexander-Arnold because, in my opinion, he is the best right-back in the world, and I think he has gone up so many more gears, so many more notches so far this season, especially defensively. I think he is performing at an unbelievable level defensively, and he has put that he put this myth to bed for the past few years, but he really should have put this myth to bed now that he can't defend. If anybody is still out there claiming that Trent Alexander-Arnold can't defend, you've not been watching him or Liverpool this season. This guy has been an absolute monster defensively. Attacking-wise, he's not quite been fully Trent Alexander-Arnold as we've known of him for the past few years. And I think that's the slight modification to his position that Arne Slot has come in and implemented onto him. But there's no doubt about it. Defensively, this guy is superb. And some of his passing this season has continued to be at the highest of levels. He may not have got the assist to show for it, but sometimes he does produce the pass before the assist. We saw that in the Luton game as a prime example, but there's no doubt about it. This guy is still immense. This guy is still phenomenal. This guy is still a one-of-a-kind phenomenon, an absolute unicorn in that Liverpool team, and fingers crossed he gets his contract negotiations moving forward towards a resolution for him to stay at Liverpool for the long-term future. Still phenomenal, still exceptional, and defensively has gone up so much this season already. He is brilliant. On the flip side, we have Jurrien Timber. Now, I was debating putting Andy Robertson in here. Kostas Tsimikas, you know, for his set-piece deliveries, could be in with a shout. I think attacking-wise, he is better than both of them. But I've gone with the all-round package of Jurrien Timber. Competent on the ball, confident on the ball, good at moving the ball out from the back, and of course can fit in multiple positions. And I think when you compare those three especially, Calafiori supposedly not going to be in the team this Sunday, although, you know, maybe that's going to be some mind games by Mikel Arteta, we don't know. I think Timber's been outperforming. Not by a lot, but outperforming his rivals in this scenario. Now, I think a lot of people are forgetting what Andy Robertson can deliver and who Andy Robertson is. There's no doubt about it that he's not the same Andy Robertson as he was maybe a couple of years ago. But Robertson is still solid, and defensively especially, he is still a very, very good asset for Liverpool to have. I think attacking-wise, some of his crossing has a lot left to be desired, but there's no doubt about his energy, his defensive outlay, his work rate, and everything else. He is a solid defender and a leader on that pitch, and I think sometimes that does get a little bit overlooked. But I think Timber's been outperforming him this season. I think he's better on the ball, better technically, and I just would have a more competent player with the ball at his feet in my team personally than an Andy Robertson, even though his contributions towards leadership and defensive outlay cannot be overlooked, in my opinion. Moving on to the centre-back pairing, and I've gone with an all-Liverpool centre-back pairing of Konate and Van Dijk. This season, these two have been phenomenal. Van Dijk has proven that he is back to his best. He is back to being the pinnacle of centre-backs in the Premier League. He has been exceptional. Yes, there have been one or two minor mistakes, but you can probably pick one or two minor mistakes in everybody. I think he's a shoo-in. Konate might be a bit debatable, and I'm sure Arsenal fans are there crying in the comments going, we should have Gabriel. I can honestly say that, yes, there may be a debate, especially this season. I think Gabriel has been brilliant. He is better with the ball at his feet than I think and I believe I have given him credit for in the past. He has been exceptional, of course, from set pieces and attacking set pieces. He is an absolute unit in the air. He's an absolute weapon to have for this Arsenal side in terms of both defending set pieces and attacking from them. I get that. But this man has been imperious. Alongside Van Dijk, he has been exceptional. And I think it's time to start having the conversation of Konate being one of the best defenders in the world, because I've personally backed that argument for a while. But the only thing that has let him down and has let me down in that personal argument has been his injuries. He has been frequently injured for his time at Liverpool, and it's let him down time and time again. So far, he has been ever-present. So far, he has been brilliant. So far, he has gone up so many levels in his game, in my personal opinion. And I think, like I say, it's time we start having that conversation about Konate. I really, really do. Hopefully, his injuries don't reoccur. Hopefully, his injuries don't become as frequent as what they have in the past. But yes, Konate, for me, has been exceptional. And I think it's time we had those conversations surrounding Konate about being one of the best defenders in the world. I'm just throwing that out there. I understand the argument for Gabriel. I'm willing to concede on that argument if enough of you are obviously putting that argument forward. But for me, this season, it's about these two. It is all about these two. And that is why Liverpool have the best defensive record in the Premier League so far. Two of the big reasons right here. Moving on to the midfield and CDM role, 4-3-3. I have gone with Ryan Gravenberch. The transformation of this guy has been nothing short of exceptional. Phenomenal. Arne Slot's come in and has seen him in training and has identified his strengths, his weaknesses, and has gone, right, we're going to makeshift you into a DM. And it's worked. And yes, there is a double pivot there with like a McAllister, for example. And I think the modification and the flexibility of those two has worked wonders for Liverpool. And it's credit down to both Arne Slot for noticing that and for working on that, and Gravenberch for putting that plan into action and basically repaying the faith that Slot has had in him. When he arrived from Bayern Munich, we saw the talent, we saw the potential, we saw the promise. But under Jurgen Klopp, it just didn't quite click. Under Arne Slot, though, it is a different story. This guy is proving to be a natural athlete. This guy is proving to be brilliant in that role. He's proving that he's intelligent. He's proving that he's great on and off the ball. His awareness to sense danger, his tracking back, everything about this man's game has improved to the umpteenth degree. And he has proven to be superb for Liverpool. He has proven to be a main cog in the Liverpool machine so far this season. A very much improved player. One of the players of the season so far. I'm really happy with this guy's improvement and this guy's ability that he's showing and his consistency that he's showing on a consistent week in, week out, game in, game out basis. So happy for Ryan Gravenberch, and I think he's a deserved player to go in here based off this season. If we were going beyond this past season, there is obviously open for debate, but I think there's no doubt about it. Ryan Gravenberch goes into this team. The rest of the midfield looks like this. We have Declan Rice on one side. We have Alexis McAllister on the other. Personally, I don't think this is debatable. I guess Arsenal fans will be saying that if Odegaard was fit, there would be an opportunity for Odegaard to get in here. But I think with the current players that are available to both sets of teams, these two are a shoo-in. Declan Rice, absolutely phenomenal, absolutely consistent for Arsenal over the past couple of years that he's obviously, or year and a half or so that he's been there. Absolutely insane that this guy went for that much money and has performed week in, week out, game in, game out. He's been exceptional and obviously has all the qualities of a top-class midfielder. And Alexis McAllister, everything he does may not be to the top-class, world-class bracket that a lot of people kind of hold standards for. But you know what? He's ever so consistent. He is ever so consistent. And his passing, his work rate, and just the ability to take the ball and drive forward and to even pop up with the odd goal or two is just brilliant and insane. And like I say, this season, his work in tandem with Ryan Gravenberch has been brilliant to watch. And I think that he has just remained his ever-consistent self. Maybe he's gone up a few notches. Maybe he's upgraded his performances. I just think he's brilliant. He's not quite at that world-class level, but he could certainly get there. He could certainly get there. And like I say, I personally think for him, he's, again, a big part of that Liverpool machine in that midfield. I love the guy. I'm so glad we got him. And I'm so glad that we got him for the kind of money that we bought for him. I know it was a release clause, but at the same time, Brighton were kind of stupid enough to put that release clause within his contract. So glad we got him for the money that we did. So glad we got him and beat rivals towards signing him. And I'm so glad that he has performed superbly ever since we signed him. These two are brilliant. And I think in a combined 11, they would work so well together and complement each other brilliantly. So that is what I'm going for there. Moving on to the wing position, we have got Mohamed Salah on one side and Luis Diaz on the other. Now, Salah over Saka was, of course, going to be a big debate, and I'm sure a lot of Arsenal fans will have that debate, and I'm sure a lot of Arsenal fans will also say, well, you could play both because Saka can play on the left-hand side. I'm going predominantly with the position that Saka has played for the past few years, and that has been the right wing position. And although Saka has been brilliant, although Saka has been very much improved over the past few years, you can't go against tried, tested, reliable, and ever so consistent Mohamed Salah. This guy continues to defy logic. This guy continues to defy 1 season wonder, 2 season wonder, 3 season wonder, 4 season wonder, 5 season wonder, 6 season wonder, 7 season wonder. This guy is it. This guy is him. And I think maybe at the end of this season, well, I think the debate of maybe the Premier League GOAT may have a stronger contender to obviously the crown that Thierry Henry, ironically former Arsenal, holds right now in a lot of people's eyes. Especially if he can add maybe a couple more trophies to his collection. I'm talking Premier League titles maybe. Yes, he is exceptional. He is phenomenal. He is, in my opinion, Liverpool's greatest ever player. As much as that pains me to say, with obviously my heart belonging to Steven Gerrard, I think some of us may have to face that reality that maybe he is Liverpool's greatest ever player and may even soon become the Premier League's greatest ever player due to his ever so brilliant consistency on the pitch. He is just simply phenomenal, and he has continued to show it even this season under a different manager in Arne Slot. On the left-hand side, it was a little bit more tricky. I've gone with Diaz based on this season. Diaz has been brilliant this season. Very much improved from the last. Got a few goals under his belt. A couple of assists as well. Diaz has been brilliant. I like what Diaz has possessed. And he's got some competition this season because Cody Gakpo has also, whenever he's come in, done a brilliant job in my personal opinion. Who'd have thought that Gakpo was a left winger, eh? Crazy, right? The guy that we brought in as a left winger to then play up front is actually a left winger. Crazy. But that's for another debate for another day. Luis Diaz has been brilliant. I like Gabriel Martinelli and have done for so long, but there's no doubt about it that for the past year to 18 months, that guy has fallen off a little bit. Leandro Trossard can play on that side, but for me, Diaz is a more natural fit. And I'm not even Diaz's biggest fan. He has a chant which is awesome, and I love his chant right now, but I'm not Diaz's biggest fan, but I can't deny that this season he has started off the campaign very well. I think we would have seen him a little bit more had it not been for international breaks and him having to travel far with Colombia, for example. Would have seen him last week, for example, but, you know, international break, maybe it reduced his minutes somewhat. But I think given the competition that he's facing in this scenario between Liverpool and Arsenal players, Diaz, for me, just about takes this and obviously adds another Liverpool player to the mix. And finally, up front, I've gone with Kai Havertz. Now, if Diogo Jota was fit for this Sunday, he would probably go into this team, adding yet another Liverpool player into the starting 11. But I've gone with Kai Havertz because his competition is Darwin Núñez. And although Darwin Núñez has put in a few decent performances this season, the past couple of times that we've seen him, he got his goal midweek in the Champions League. He played very well, especially in the first half against Chelsea last week. And even got his goal against Bournemouth, of course. We haven't seen enough of Darwin Núñez. Kai Havertz, we have seen a lot of. He's been, I believe, ever present for Arsenal so far this season. And has scored a few goals at that. So I think I would have gone with Jota normally, but Kai Havertz has had a great start to the season and in my opinion deserves to be leading the line for this combined 11. So that makes it 1 Arsenal player, 2 Liverpool players, 2-1 Liverpool, 3-2 Liverpool, 4-2 Liverpool, 6-2 Liverpool, 7-3 Liverpool and 7-4 Liverpool. I've gone with 7 Liverpool players and 4 Arsenal players. But of course, these are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. Just a little bit of fun in the pre-match build-up to Arsenal versus Liverpool. A combined 11 of the players that are available or sort of on the borderline of being available, not available for the game on Sunday. I would love to know what you guys are thinking and feeling down below in the comment section about this combined 11. Is it good? What is your thoughts on it? Your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, went for good, interest in reading down in that comment section. So please do use and abuse that section, people, and also give me your combined 11s of Arsenal versus Liverpool. And let me know what you guys are thinking and feeling about this particular topic. Otherwise, hit the like button on the way if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new or want to see more content like this. Both things are always and forever greatly appreciated. And as always, thank you all so much for watching and listening. And of course, thank you for your continued or even brand new support. It's very much appreciated. Very much awesome from you all. So thank you all so much for that. Can't tell you how much I appreciate it and how much it is supporting me and the channel. Really great. So thank you all. Yeah, like I say, otherwise, thanks everyone for watching and listening. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video, and I'll see you speak with you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Come on, Liverpool. Really, really hoping for a victory tomorrow night for the Reds. So fingers crossed on that one. Thanks, guys. See you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. See you all later.